Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live edition of the South Philadelphia Community Radio. We're giving you another edition of the 623 Lives of Matter show on WOM 92.9. Hey, what's up, Tom? What's going on, man? I gotta send you a link. I'll send it to you after the show we do today. It's good to see everybody that's watching, everybody that's coming in. What's going on, Reggie? I appreciate that Bojangles, man. That hit the spot. Yeah, that was right on time, man. Them Bo biscuits, man. Woo, woo, woo. They hit the spot after a long night of work. I'm gonna tell you that. I appreciate that, man. I thank you, Johnny Ola. Appreciate you, man, for watching. Everybody that's on their way from work, thank you for tuning in. You can tune in to any other station, but we appreciate you for tuning in to 92.9 WOM South Philadelphia Community Radio. Hey, I need you guys to do me a favor. Whenever you get a chance, I need you to go to spcr.org and donate to the radio station so we can keep this show and other shows going. Nothing is free. Even though this is a community radio, we don't get any type of assistance from state or government, anything like that. This all comes out of our pocket. And like I said, no donation is too small or too big. Whatever you want to give, we appreciate. A lot of people appreciate the show. We appreciate giving it to you. But like I said, nothing is free in this world, not even love. So any donation is welcome. All right, good people. As you guys heard yesterday, there was the national panel, UPS national panel. Our chief negotiator, Dennis Taylor, he announced that the retroactive payments that we've been waiting on since last year, they will be, supposed to be given to us the first pay period in July. So I'm guessing that's the, July 4th week. So we'll find out. I don't know. It was supposed to be from 6 to 8 weeks. That was supposed to be anywhere between June 10th and June 24th. But as you can see, the company just does whatever they want to do, and the members are the ones that suffer. Last week, most of you guys found out that our union dues went up, and a lot of people were so upset. Oh, Hook, what happened? And the reason why that this happened was because when we got the raise on April the 29th, the whole month of May, the union did not take extra dues, because the old saying goes, and all of us that's been here a while knows that when the members get a raise, our officials get a raise. Now, I explained that to the members. Hey, listen, they didn't take anything out for the month of May, so at the end of the month, they took all the dues that we owed them. Now, a lot of people was like, well, Hook, we understand that we owe the union, and when we get a raise, they get a raise. I understand that. But what about my retro pay? Now, if they can get the money that we owe them, why we can't get the money that they owe us? And like I said, you guys got to ask the people in office those questions. Call, here's the number again, 215-289-0580. If you want to go down there and ask them in person, 4369 Richmond Street. These are the questions that we need to ask. Hey, listen, you guys got your money. Why we haven't gotten ours? And we're the ones doing the work. But that's a story for another day. For these next few months, next 16 weeks, we're just going to reiterate everything that we've been doing over the last few years, because we'll just have 16 weeks. That's all we have left before the voting here at 623 begins. That's it, 16. So it's coming down to it. This is the last stretch. There's a lot of rumors going on. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of that. All we care about is you guys voting for us. That's all we care about. Because what's going to happen is, if we don't get changed in this term here, it just is this local is really going to get into a shell, and it's just going to fall apart, because there's a lot of people that's looking to this local and to see if our movement wins. because they may try and do something at their local, because there's a lot of people who want change, and they look to us as an inspiration, as a light to try to help them get the same change in their local. So this what we're doing here at 623 is monumental. Our bylaw change, we made history, and we want to keep doing that. We want to keep the local in a positive light for other locals to look and say, hey, listen, we need to do what those guys are doing over there at 623, because it's the only way things are going to get better here. And for the labor movement, there needs to be an overall change. For an example, now I know you guys saw the interview on Bloomberg TV with Dave Abney. Dave Abney is the CEO of United Parcel Service. Now, we know how we feel about those guys and how they just how they do business with the members here. But some of those things that I wondered if people really paid attention to. It's something that he said that struck a nerve with me, and he's absolutely right. Whether we want to agree with it or not, UPS evolves in such a way that they do what they need to do to stay ahead of the game. Whatever the cost, whatever it takes. They are willing to do whatever it takes to evolve, whether it become management, whether it becomes automation, whatever they need to implement into their infrastructure. They are willing to evolve in a way to make sure that they stay number one in the in logistics, whatever the cost, no matter what it is. But for some strange reason, the Teamsters don't do that. They like to stay the same way. The company evolves, and the Teamsters don't do anything. We just sit back and we wait, and we react to what they do. But we need to be proactive. We have to, because that's the only way we can protect our membership. We just can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, because we keep losing. Just look at what UPS has done over the last 20 years since I've been there. They've done so much to get the most out of us, to get the most money they can. For an example, when I first started on preload, when I first started at UPS, I was a day sort worker. I was on that sort for about 5 years. Then I went to preload. When I went to preload, my first day, I'll never forget it. They announced the volume was going to be 13 grand. And I'm like, man, I'm not even going to get no hours on this shift. I might as well go back to day shift. But 13 grand, I got my 3.5, and sometime I got 4 when it was 18 or whatever. Now they're doing quadruple that, and we're getting the same amount of time. How is that? If they're doing quadruple the amount of work, but we're getting the same amount of hours, you know why? Because they evolved in such a way that they can stay ahead of the game, still get what they want to get done without losing any money. But for some reason, the Teamsters, they don't do that. They want to keep the same people in office. They want to keep the same constitution. They want to keep the same legislation. They want to back the same politicians. It's not working. It is not working. And you see that in our contracts. UPS knows that they got this. Our leaders are going to do the same thing no matter what. They know it. So you know what they do? They give us the worst contract they possibly can, because they know our leaders, and they know that we don't vote. Trust me. They know more about us than we know about them. They do. They pay attention to it all. That's why in 2023, when our next contract is up, if we don't have new leadership, they are going to give us the worst possible contract they can, because they know after what the IBT and our local officials just did, why give us what we want? Why even give us closely to what we want? Because they know that they're going to do whatever our officials is going to do whatever the company wants them to do. They know that. So we got to change. We got to change leadership. We got to change the direction. We got to change our ideas. We got to change our vision. We got to get innovative. We cannot keep going down the same way and expect things to get different. It's just not going to happen. It's not. No matter what you say, no matter what you believe, things are not going to get better for the members until we change the leadership in our local and the international. Just ain't going to happen. You say what you want to say. It is not going to happen. Now, yesterday at lunchtime, it was a group of us and we was talking in the lunchroom about, the election. I kept telling everybody, it's 16 weeks. That's right, John. We got to change the culture. Can't keep doing the same thing. You know what I mean? We can't. We have to evolve in order to get involvement from our members. That's the only way. We cannot keep going down this same road. It is not going to happen. But getting back to what I was saying about lunchtime today, we were sitting there and we was talking about the election. Our election was 16 weeks away. And a lot of people, they believe that change is going to happen this time. But I keep reiterating the fact that we thought the same thing in 2016. And I'm going to break down the numbers again, because I want people to really understand how important voting is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know a lot of people going to vote. I know that. I've been doing this a long time. I've been watching contract votes. I've been watching election votes. People are not going to vote. We want them to vote, but it's just not happening. What our team has focused on is changing the way people have been voting. For an example, to everybody that's really involved in this kind of stuff, there's a number system that goes along with organizing, whereas organizing around issues, organizing around contracts, organizing around elections. It's a number system from 1 to 5. A one is a person who's going to wear your shirt, they're going to wear your pen, they're going to come to the rally, they're going to donate to your campaign, they're going to get signatures, they're going to be outside, they're going to phone bank with you. They're going to take pictures, they're going to do videos, they're going to do whatever they can to get you in office. That's a 1. A 2 is somebody who may not do a video but may take a picture. They'll wear your shirt, they'll donate, but they're not going to phone bank. They're not going to, come out to a rally, but they support you and they're with you. Now, a 3 is somebody on the fence. They're going to wear everybody's shirt. They're not going to donate to any party. They're not going to come out. They're not going to, but they're on the fence. If they're friends with this person, they might vote for them just because of friendship. You know what I mean? They're just, like I said, they're on the fence. A 4 is somebody who is not with you. They're with the other group. They're going to wear their shirt. They're going to donate to them. They may not, come out to the rallies for them, but they support them. Now, a 5, just the one that had nothing to do with you. They're going to wear the other people's shirt. They're going to donate to them. They're going to do whatever they can to get those people in office. So what we did in our group, was, because a lot of people will tell you, leave the 4s and 5s alone. We couldn't afford to do that. The reason why we couldn't afford to do that, because we were 37 slate votes short before we went to the individual vote counts. And I'm going to tell you again how important slate votes are. And I'm going to keep telling you guys this for the next 16 weeks. We were 37 votes, slate votes short before we went to the individual votes. Now, if you go to our page, I put the vote count from 2016 as an announcement, so you can go right to it. But this is what it's going to show you. If you subtract, and no, I ain't going to say subtract. If we go into the individual voting after the slate votes were counted with the same amount of votes our incumbents have, they lose 3 seats. 3. Not just 1. They lose 3 seats. President, trustee, and vice president. They lose all 3 of them. if we go into the individual county with the same amount of slate votes as they do, right? Now I'm gonna throw this in for free. Now a lot of you guys may not know that Greyhound is also a part of our local. They have about 40 to 50 members. All those members voted for the incumbents. So let's just say you take those 40 or 50 votes away. They lose. Our incumbents lose more seats. They lose more seats. But people got to understand the importance of slate voting. Listen, I know some people may have some issues with this person and that person, but I'm going to tell you something. We got to get rid of the whole entire e-board. We have to. There can't be any Hoffa residue, IBT residue, UPS residue on any of those seats come January. We have to have a whole new, fresh vision, idea, all of that. Because I'm going to tell you something. Hoffa and those guys are looking for these guys to stay in office because in 2021, which is right around the corner, they're going to look to them to try to keep Hoffa and the rest of the IBT people in office. So, and like I always said, the reason why Hoffa stays in office because of his support system. His support system is the people in office in these local offices, like our incumbents. They will not stand up to this guy to save their lives. Well, I take that back. They'll support him to save their life, but they won't go against him to save our lives. I'm gonna say that one more time. They will not stand up to Hoffa, UPS, or the IBT to save our lives, but they're gonna sit still in order to save their lives, because that's what it's all about. It's not about us. It's about them staying in office. But again, these next 16 weeks, we're going to be talking about what we plan on doing. You guys have already seen it. The number one thing that we did this year, we organized around what was bothering everybody. It had nothing to do if you supported the incumbents or if you supported us. What it had to do with is how can we make the right decision on voting for our contracts. That means education and transparency. We had none of those things during this contract season when it came to our contract. We didn't have it. They made it about Jumbo. Did he vote yes? Did he vote no? Then they told us that if we didn't vote yeah the first time, we was going, they was going to take part of our raise and put it to the pension. Until this day, we still don't know. We didn't get any information about the $6 million. We don't know anything. That is not leadership. That's a dictatorship. That's what that is. They're not leading us. They're not serving us. They're telling us what we have to do. That's not how this works. They work for us. We tell them, not the other way around. So what we did was we organized around transparency and education. That's what we organized. Like I said, it didn't matter if you supported them or if you supported us. We wanted to make it official that whoever was in office, when the contracts were being negotiated, there would be a rank and file committee alongside of whoever was in office, so everybody would know everything that's going on with their contract. We did that because we wanted everybody to know what was going on. You seen it. This is not me making this up. You guys seen what happened. We voted no. They gave it to us anyway. That's not leadership. So you guys got to make a decision in these next 16 weeks on what you want to do. Same old, or do you want something better? It's just that simple. Now, what we need from you guys, we need you guys to really be vocal. These next 16 weeks, we need you guys to be vocal. We need you guys to donate. We need you guys to help us hand out flyers. We need you guys to talk us up in the buildings, Talk to the people you sort with. Talk to the people you load with. Talk to the people you unload with. People in your route. People in your center. We need you guys to talk this thing up because it's only 16 weeks. That is it. This is the home stretch. We put our PayPal information out, our Cash App information out. If you want to donate to us personally, that's fine as well. But listen, none of these things that we did last time, and we were 37 votes short. I was talking to a principal officer, and I was telling him, some of the things that were going on out here. And I told him, in 2016, no fundraising, no mailer, none of those things that would have gave us, more of an advantage to win. We didn't do any of those things, and we still almost won. And he was like, what? These guys should be worried. But they're not, because they feel as though you guys are not going to vote. And they're hoping, I'm telling you, you can mark my words on this. They are hoping that there is a third slate, because a third slate will give them a better chance of getting more people in office. But I'm going to tell you something, and I want you guys to listen to me very, very carefully. They know, trust me, they know, especially after 2016. They look at the numbers too. They know that they could have lost 3 seats last time if we would have went there even in the individual vote count. They know this time they're going to lose more seats. How many and which ones are up to you. They know it. Trust me. When I tell you they know they're going to lose more than 1 seat this time. They know it. They absolutely know it. After another bad contract, giving us a contract we didn't want, letting UPS do whatever they want to do continuously, they know. They didn't support the bylaw amendment, they know. Trust me, they know. So their goal is, hopefully another slate runs, and they protect Shanahan so he can stay in there. Because if Shanahan stays in there, he can still pick the same business agents. I know a lot of you guys may not know this. I'm going to break this down to you. The principal officer hires the business agents. So we may vote, just say everybody loses but Shanahan on the incumbents. Let's just say that. Let's just say Shanahan wins and the rest of our slate wins, besides me, because I'm running for the same spot that he has, right? Let's just say that Shanahan wins and the rest of our slate gets in. He could potentially hire the same BAs that we have right now and just have Clarence be the president, but be in there, be a working president, Espo and everybody else still be in a regular job, but but have the title, but there's nothing attached to it. There's no authority with the title. He just has it. So he could potentially still pick the same people if he gets back in office. I'm telling you, they are hoping and they are praying for a third slate. Because if it's just one-on-one, yeah. And I'm telling you, if it's just one-on-one, every last one of them lose. And I'm going to be honest. I don't care how many slates there are. I really don't. Everybody got a right to run. I mean, it's coming down to it. They only got 16 weeks to tell you guys, some things. But that's their choice. And I'm going to be honest. I don't care how many it is. It could be 3. It could be 100. We are going to win this election. It's not me being cocky, me being arrogant. This is just me being the leader. I know we've done the work. You guys know we've done the work. We continue to do the work. We will always do the work. We protect our members. We continue to protect our members. We will always protect our members. And that's why we've already started showing you guys how we will give the members their local back. Number 1, bylaw amendment. You get more power. The member does. Your family does. Number 2, the committee the advisory team member, or the ATM committee that we call it, that repairs the relationship between the leaders and the members, because there is a big divide. We don't trust the leaders, and the leaders don't trust us. That has to change. It has to change. In order for us to win against this company, we got to work together. But until these guys get out of office, it is not going to happen. Our educational tools that we plan on implementing gives more power to the member. Everything that we have done gives power to the member. That's what this is all about. When leaders take office, they're supposed to protect and preserve and give power to the member. That's what they're supposed to do. We're not protected. We don't have, everything we have is pretty much gone, and we have no power. None at this local. So the choice is up to you guys. We got 16 weeks. Like I said, all we're going to do for these 16 weeks is reiterate what we've been doing over the last 4 or 5 years. That's all we're going to do. I'm going to be at the gates. I'm going to be getting phone numbers and signatures, because we're going to call you guys to keep you up to date. And this is what I want you to do. If you have moved in the last few weeks or the last few months, I need you to call the union hall, give them your proper address. Don't wait till the last minute. Call and give them your proper address, so when you get your ballot in the mail, you can vote. Let's do that now. Let's be proactive. Let's not wait until October or the 15th week. Let's do this now. Let's do it right now. Call down there and say, listen, my name is so-and-so. I just moved here. Here's my new address, so they can send you your ballot and so you can vote for change. Listen, guys, I'm telling you something. We're going to win. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it in my mind. We're going to win this election. People are tired and fed up. They see what our plan is. They see the vision. They see the direction that we're going. And they understand it, that there does need to be a change. Some of the stuff that goes on behind closed doors is people understand what's going on. You know, we are never going to win. That's why we've been doing this for so long, because we are committed. We're committed to the members. We're committed to our message and our vision and our ideas, and we want you guys to take full advantage of that. The only way that we can do that is you guys got to vote. You got to vote. And I need you guys to spread the message, spread our flyers around. They're everywhere. The radio show, the YouTube channel. You guys have got to, hey, how you doing? You guys have got to vote. It's just that simple. We want to give a big shout out to our special guest last week, Ms. Jamie Goudier. You know, you guys heard that she just won in the 3rd District City Council. She is a primary example of generational and you know, a generational change, because change needs to take place. You know, she took out somebody that's been in office for almost 30 years, and we're trying to do the same thing here. But the only way that happens, man, people got to vote. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been knocking on doors, stopping in traffic when I see a driver, giving them flyers. Everything I can do to get people to vote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's up with you, man? What you been doing?
Whoa, lots.
What's going on?
See, as you've been knocking on doors,
Right.
I've been putting grievances in to try to protect the membership.
Right,
Okay? Well, that's
right.
what I do best.
Right.
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 So we have a very interesting grievance.
Right.
It's about the PA wage law
Right.
and how employers are supposed to notify you at the time of hiring about the particular wages that you can earn.
Right.
Right. Supposed to show you that information. And the company that has a collective bargaining agreement that suffices is giving them that information.
Right.
Obviously, you have to meet the same standard in giving him the collective bargaining agreement. You have to give them to him personally.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, we were talking with Mr. Slattery, Bill Shanahan, and myself about this particular grievance,
Right.
which was filed in 2018.
Right.
before it was all settled and done. Lo and behold, all I wanted was a wage scale so everybody could see what they could earn, right? Because there's different things that have happened inside our local, such as particularly peak season hires in the feeder department that have gotten $26.50 an hour to start, which is way above the starting progression rate. Okay? Very interesting number, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know this, right? We also have the attendance bonuses that happen, right?
Yeah.
We all know that. That wasn't in the collective bargaining agreement, but UPS decided to implement it.
Right.
There's rules to what they have to do to inform people that that's going on.
Right.
Right? If it's not in the collective bargaining agreement, they haven't met their burden, so then they got to inform them, when is it going to cut off, when it's going to terminate, and they got to talk with the union. They got to get an okay before they start all that. They just can't just implement something, because if they implement it, the union should say, hey, it's on forever.
But you wasn't in the meeting.
I wouldn't. Were you?
Yeah, this is what happened. We asked him. Shanahan said he was okay with it. He agreed to that. He agreed to the bonus.
Oh, termination on January 1st?
No. He was agreeing to that. That everybody, well, not everybody, but the people that was getting it, he agreed that they could get it. Wow. Besides everybody getting it, or the part-timers getting it, the way they did it, he was cool with that. We was in the shop still meeting when he said it. He said he was cool with that.
Okay. Well, so all I wanted was a wage scale, right?
Right.
Mr. Slattery said it's all in the contract. Now, mind you, I've just pointed out two things that weren't in the collective bargaining agreement in that contract.
Right.
Let alone, can you really tell me what your part-time rate is when you were hired, so you know what it is? For instance, if you went to go get a split rate job, such as the early aim driver and the inside job where you get paid your part-time rate,
right.
Do you know what your part-time rate is today?
No.
And if they told you what your rate was going to be, would you be like, oh, well, what is it?
No, I was like, yo, man, are you sure, man? You got to tell me what's going on.
I brought this up to Shannon too as well. What if someone, such as yourself, that might not have had the extra short dollar, right?
Right.
Goes in and gets a position that is involving the extra short dollar. Are you going to receive that moving forward? No one knows, right?
Right.
So technically, this issue should be wrapped up and verified in a wage scale so everybody understands what their wages would be.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That is the big question, I think. Shanahan said he couldn't do it because it has to be negotiated. I said, there's nothing to negotiate. All you are is reflecting the record of what has already been negotiated.
Exactly.
You're just putting it down on paper.
So everybody can see.
Right?
Right.
And I told Shanahan, as he put down the pension contributions to show how much everybody will lose,
exactly.
You're not going to put down here as much everybody's going to make.
Right.
I think there's a disconnect.
It is.
I think there's a disconnect.
But you got to also understand that we still waiting for the paper to show us the $6 million. We're still waiting on it. I mean, what?
Good luck.
What happened?
Good luck.
Now, we were told that members of our e-board wanted to give us that information, but the principal officer didn't want to give us that information.
I think, too, with this extension that UPS is doing,
yes,
to get the retro checks, right? July 1st, I think, is the
first pay period in July.
July, right?
Right.
I think that the hall should have a meeting or send out a piece of information explaining what the wage collection laws are in Pennsylvania and whether or not they apply to this situation and whether the actual members can file agreements to put any penalty or anything else associated with that.
I think this is just me. I think we should be able to. I think we should go and file a grievance.
There's a time frame.
You know what I'm saying?
I am aware of a time frame.
Right.
And the verification has to be, I think there's a process to it.
Right.
And we can go over that later.
Right. We need to do that. Not only that, we need to call, to get informed the Department of Labor and say, hey, listen, we are, as a group, as a local, we are experiencing wage theft. They're keeping our money from us. They told us, hey, we was going to get it by then. We haven't received it. That's what we need to do. We need to get everybody involved, from the government all the way down to the...
I think we should put a letter,
post
it on the page,
I agree.
And let the people take a screenshot of it, send it to Shanahan, and make a move, and see what he does.
But that's the thing, though, man. Shanahan is...
Listen, it takes... You can't knock Shanahan to give him the attempt to do something, right? Right? Because we all know that something might not happen. It's not going to happen. It might get swept under the rug, right?
Right.
But it's always fair to give the man a chance to prove
what
he's capable of.
But Espo, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
you've had enough.
Exactly. I know.
I said I had enough too.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. I had enough.
We already know. If me and you know this, he's a principal officer.
So just like you have faith in God, right? Every day, do the
Yes,
right thing.
exactly,
right?
exactly.
I have faith in God too to do the right thing every day.
Right.
So I try to have my faith always that the union will do the right thing.
But faith in God and faith in man is different.
Yes,
there's a scripture about that,
yes.
you know. But I can't talk about that right now. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think so.
Because I was talking to a feeder driver. He was not aware that peak season hires were getting the market rate adjustment of $26.50 during Christmas time.
Right.
I wasn't aware.
Right.
Listen, if I could know I'm already hired and I get back hired and I can go get a pay bump because I'm going to quit, go get the market rate adjustment and get rehired come January 1st because they need me.
Right.
Oh, well, why not do it? Like,
I know.
It's a bump.
Exactly.
And it's a significant bump.
Right.
Right. It was like $18.75 to $26.50. So you do the math. You know what I mean?
Right.
6 and $7. What, $7?
Exactly.
Is that something?
Exactly, Espo. So, Espo, now this is what, before you came, I was talking about this. We got 16 weeks, man. And I've been telling everybody. We had a long conversation about this at lunchtime today. Everybody's talking. Everybody's like, hey, we with you. And, you know, I think our e-board, they number watch like we number watch. Like I was telling you guys, you know, if we go into 2016 with the same amount of votes they do when it comes to individual voting, you, Jumbo, and Bagby all in the office right now. Now, I don't know if you guys would be BAsing up. Probably not. You probably keep it, you know. But it is very, very important, you guys. And I got to tell you something about this, too. I was, one of our members had invited me over to his house to help him fill the agreements out, right?
Yeah.
And he said, you know, Espo, you know, I love the guy. He's this, that, and the other, man. But we said this time, Hooker, in 2016, I didn't do it. He said this time, I didn't seen enough. I've had enough. I'm voting for the whole team. Right, and that's what we're trying to tell people.
Here goes another one for you, right? Remember the wage discrepancy agreements that I filed?
Right.
Right? And it's been piling. We didn't go and process it. Rini Fenner tried to pay it off. I say it's short. We're talking with Slattery.
Right.
Slattery said the 8-hour guarantee time starts from your bid time. Right? Bid time. I said, really? You think that? I said, if you schedule me at 9:30 and you schedule me, and that's what they did, schedule me. It wasn't like I got a phone call and said, oh, I'm coming in at 9:30 right on Sunday, right?
Right.
My 8-hour guarantee started at 9:30.
9:30, right.
So I'm getting 2 hours of double time up to here and 6 hours this time.
Right.
Slattery said, oh, I don't agree with that. I say you get it 2 hours of double time and time and a half after the 8th hour. I said, then he tried to say I was pyramid overtiming by, I don't know, somehow getting it twice. I said, I'm not getting it twice.
I don't know how they figured that, man.
I said, that's for holiday language. We're not talking about holidays.
Right.
We're talking about the first 8 hours worth of work. That's what the case is. I said, and I told them, I said, other employees in the local, when they start on Sunday, get an 8-hour guarantee. That's what it states. And we talked about this.
Yeah.
Right. And they get a double time. So, me and Shanahan walk out, and I explained this to him, right? I said, what Slattery's trying to say is that no matter what happens, my overtime is always going to start at 8:30 every day, regardless, because it's off of my bid time, right? I said, I'll go back and reflect the record that didn't happen. And I told him inside the meeting, I said, did you make sure that you pay everybody at 8:30 when we got done early and everybody could go home? And he was quiet.
Right.
Because I know they didn't.
You know they did.
Because people talked about it.
Right.
And I said, okay, here we go. Now we got an issue. I said, now you're going to play the game. We're going to play the game.
Right.
Are you sure?
Right.
Can you reflect that in the record?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because if this is the case, I said, when the drivers had a snow day or whatever day that they got pushed their time back, especially during Christmas time, where they had these tendencies to push back the start time because the unload wasn't done yet, right?
Right.
Did they pay them overtime off of their bid time or off of the time they started and pushed it back? That's what I want to know. Because in this scenario, Mr. Slattery said it really should start from their bid time and not from the time they got pushed back, right?
But you know they didn't do that.
Listen,
you know they didn't do that.
Does the record reflect that? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right?
You know they didn't do that. You know they didn't do that.
That's really the two hot things I think.
So we gotta do this station identification real quick, and then we're gonna come back. All right, good people, you're listening to WOOM 92.9 FM South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another edition of the 623 Lives Matter radio show. We're gonna pause for a little moment for station identification. Don't forget, go to spcr.org. Go to the website, hit the donate button. Any amount is fine. Nothing is free. If you like this show, make sure you donate. All right. Don't forget, we'll be right back. 16 weeks.
Yo, so listen, there's so much stuff going on. What's going on now? They saying Shanahan trying to do something with Izzy. You hear about that?
What you mean? Yeah, he's gonna make him the number one man.
No, what do you mean number one man?
You ain't hear about that? 3 people done told me that.
Then they were saying that he was gonna make him president. He gonna make him quit and bring him back or something like that.
No,
what did you hear?
This is what I
didn't heard it. I heard
this,
go tell me what you heard.
3 people done told me this. They said that if he gets back in, they know all of them not gonna win. They know that. But what they're trying to do is protect Shanahan. They're trying to protect him. Because if he stays in, he can make the BAs or whatever, right?
Yeah,
so what they're trying to do is, if he gets back in, he's going to retire. Before he retires, he's going to make Izzy the number one guy. Before he retires. That's the plan. The plan is protect him.
Don't say it again now.
All right. This is the plan for them. They know that all of them are not going to win.
No, so what you saying, is this after the election or before the election?
After the election. If he somehow stays as principal officer, right? His plan is, he's going to get in office. Now, this is just what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true or not. This is what I'm hearing. He's going to get back in there and get in, retire, and make Izzy the number one guy.
And what he going to do?
Who?
Shanahan.
He going to retire.
Well, no, I'm hearing something this whole.
Well, you going to tell him what it is.
Yo, dude,
no, I'm saying this is.
Dude, but we don't need to worry about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? People coming up telling me this and that, right? We don't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? Let them do whatever they want to do, right? They're in trouble, but they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
They're in trouble, period, across the board.
Yeah. But the goal is, we talked about this morning at lunch, they're going to try to protect them as possible. They want a third slate. For an example, let's say Rob Warrenby runs, right? They know that Rob is going to take some votes.
Well, listen.
But if he can take enough from the secretary, people running from Secretary Treasurer, which is me, Warrenby, and Shanahan. If that happens, he's going to try. But
listen,
they know all of them not going to win. They know that.
Listen, we're going to win straight out. We're going to win. Yo, everybody, they got to put it on paper. But there's so many people. We back on?
Yeah. All right, good people, we back. We're back. 92.9 WOM. South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another edition of the 623 Lives Matter show. Now, Jumbo, what you was hearing?
No. What happened is what Espo just was talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Every time it's a different case with grievances, this and that. They're gonna pass this, they're gonna pass that, right? Listen, they do whatever they want to do. They don't respect Shanahan. They do whatever they want to do. Hooker got a case, it's different from Espo. I got a case, it's different from Espo, right? It's not one. Whatever the contract says, it doesn't mean anything in 623.
Oh, hold it. Let me add this in real quick, just because you mentioned it, right? Mm. So in this discussion, they're not allowed to renegotiate the contract. That was the whole clarification that I got out of the meeting, right? But as Jumbo's saying, a different settlement for you,
exactly.
A different settlement for me, a different settlement for Jumbo.
If that's the case.
So are they renegotiating the contract when they make settlements?
They are. If everything is different from all of us, then they have renegotiated it. Because it's got to be the same thing. It's supposed to be.
Consistency.
So I'm going to apologize because you all know I jump around a lot, right? So I just got here. So what happened is they're going to start delivering on Sundays. All right? But what happened is, whether you're voting for Hooker, whether you're voting for Shanahan, or you're voting for Ron Bennett, listen, we all got to be on the same page. We have to get something out of this. They're going to start delivering on Sunday. We have to get something. Shanahan and Izzy, every time you talk to them, what can we get the company back? Whenever they want something, they talking about what can we give the company back to get something in return. Right. What happened is we all hold on. We all have to be on the same page. All right. Yeah. Listen, we have to get something out of this deal, and that's the most important thing. You know, we all got to be on the same page. And they get ready to do something else, too, to make more money for UPS, for Big Brown, right? But we had to all be on the same page. 623. I'm not talking about anybody else. 623, we want something out the deal.
And what were you talking about with Izzy, though? You said, what did you hear?
That doesn't make it different with Dizzy and them, right? Listen, Unity, Shanahan and them, they got, well, you know, listen, they got problems. They fighting like crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But we're not going to talk about them. We need everybody at 623 to call the hall, make sure they have your current address and phone number. We need for you to vote. If you don't vote, you can't complain.
Exactly.
Everybody knows that we have a lot of problems. And like we said before, listen, we're not saying we're going into the first year and fix them, but we're going to try. But you have to vote. It all starts by voting. We can stand all day and talk about the problems. We have a lot of problems at 623.
Yeah.
A lot of problems that can be fixed. Some things ain't going to be fixed right away. Right. But you have to vote. 16 weeks, like you said. Listen,
16.
Anybody? 16?
16.
16 weeks. Anybody want to stand at the gates with me, you can stand at the gates with me. You know, a lot of people got shafted for jobs, this and that, right? And grievances wasn't settled, whatever, right? Listen, not only that, you need to come on a radio show. I'm willing, if you want to come on a radio show, I will pick you up and take you home. But listen, it's game time now. You got to vote for Richard Hooker. Richard Hooker, Secretary Treasurer. That's the most important thing. If you don't vote, you don't count.
Yeah. Right. And the reason why he keeps saying Richard Hooker, because the principal officer, like I said, they hire the business agents, right? So if you are not happy with your BA, then that falls directly on a person that has hired them, all right? And that's the principal officer. So a lot of these issues that go on with the BA and all this other kind of stuff, principal officer, you guys got to understand this. If you guys, our bylaws are on our page. You can read them anytime. It details every position on our e-board and their duties. And 16 weeks, I know, you know, if you guys want to check them out. Read them. And this is not stuff that we made up. These are the bylaws that govern our local. And you guys read for yourself, and you ask yourself a question. Are they following the bylaws? Are they? Are they following them? Do they protect and preserve our rights? Are they doing that? Do they, you know, give us what the contract says? You know, I mean, what's going on? We don't know. Look what happened in negotiations. I have never seen, even in 2013, as much as stuff was going on with Team Care, the way they handled the negotiations is just embarrassing. It is embarrassing. We voted no. We voted no nationally. And they gave it to us anyway. At least in 2013, you could say, hey, man, you know, the national pass, okay, I got you. I got you. Even though the 18 supplements got shot down, you know, the master, okay, if you want to do that, okay. But the master was shot down. And they had to go in to find a loophole to get it passed, and the company had put out a statement saying, we understand, we're willing to go back to the table.
I think they realized there were some issues that the membership had. People do not want to sit there and wonder about what am I, right?
Right.
I think we made good points. If I drive package cars for a whole day, but I'm Article 22.4, am I a package car driver or am I an Article 22.4 classification? Right.
Right.
It's a big deal because if I go cover for Jumbo here, who's got a bidded package car route, right, on Friday, Saturday, and whatever day, what am I getting paid?
Right. You know they're going to pay the 22.4, right? You know that. And that's not fair. Yeah. It's not. And then when you got people that come on Dennis Taylor, well, we don't know how they're going to use them. They're going to use them how they want to use them. That's why would you create a classification for a company that already dominates a classification that does have parameters to it?
Yes.
So why would you give them a classification that doesn't?
I think everybody's worried about seniority more and more day by day. More drivers like to go make more money. Don't get me wrong, everybody does. But they're starting to see the writing on the wall that seniority matters and what kind of job classification that you have matters.
Right.
Right? Because no one wants to sit there and get paid less for doing the same work.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
So
exactly.
It's of issue.
I mean, look at Ford. Look what happened to them two. You know, look at them.
Yeah.
The two-tier wage. Yeah. I mean, they union shop. Look what happened to them.
All right. Now, the airport, I don't know about Oregon Avenue. You had to tell me about Oregon Avenue. But I know at the airport, anybody can work. Anybody can work. We need people on the twilight, on the midnight. I'm not sure about the day side. I know the twilight, midnight, preload. We need people to work. No matter what Shanahan and Joni says, you can work. It's work there. But preload. None of the people want to work preload no more. All the people that used to work preload,
Right.
they said it's too much work. They said it's not worth it. They said, Jim, we ain't coming over. But listen,
When you pull a double and go down,
but listen,
it's like a load, straight line.
everybody at the airport should be getting their hours. Nobody shouldn't be saying they ain't getting their 3 or whatever, this and that, right? 12 midnight. Everybody should be getting their hours. If you're not getting your hours, your 3 hours, right, it's because you don't want it.
Yeah.
All right? Because you don't want it. Now, we had a problem. We solved it with Darryl Vaughn, right? He's getting his 3, no matter what happened. It's more than 3. There's plenty of work there, right? But, you know, like we're going to run a union. A lot of people don't want to do some of the work.
Right.
But there's plenty of work there.
Right.
You can do doubles. You can do whatever you want to do. But now, if you're not getting your guarantee, you let us know.
You got to.
But everybody can work. Listen, I know they kill you on preload. We need help on preload.
Right. And speaking of that, I filed a grievance last night for one of our members that work in my area. She was about the only one that filed so far, and I'm going to put it out there again. Now, if you were at $12.50 before the raise, and then when you got your raise, you didn't go to $13.20, you have to come, contact me so I can put these grievances in. I put one in. I'm going to write to the manager. He's going to make sure that she gets paid, because my understanding, if I'm wrong, this is what I've read, this is what I saw. No member is supposed to get any raise less than 70 cents.
Correct.
So if I'm at $12.50, I'm supposed to get $13.20 and not $13. So
Well, I think too, like what happens, like for instance, and this is a good question here for them to answer. You have guys that hit their 3-year seniority mark. Let's say they went up to $13 after August 1st, right?
Mhm.
Are they going to go up to $13.20? Or are they going to go to $13.70?
70, right.
Because technically they got under the old contract, because it was still in effect. They got the bump, and now they got to get the other bump of the 70 cents.
Right.
Which is it that they're going to receive? This is why I wanted the wage scale
Exactly.
to clarify the thing, because inside 804s, it clearly tells you about the one time when we went late, and it showed that you got this extra bump, right? And it showed it. Here we might have the same situation going on, but no one's going to know.
right, and that,
No one's going to
like
know
you
the
said,
difference.
we got to know.
Even like we said, Dennis Taylor was confused when he was talking about different things.
Right.
And he said no one loses the dollar. Well, some people did lose the
They
dollar.
did. I saw it. It was on the Vote No page. Man, she was hot. Man, I lost. How man? Somebody gonna come in making just as much as me, and I did it, man.
I lost a dollar.
I lost a dollar. No, what's
they tell you that you did it. But
right? What's the justification for her?
No, they don't.
Hi.
They lost.
She lost it.
And that's just like, the retro checks, right? Listen, a lot of people going to laugh, right?
Right.
But I really need a bodyguard when I come in the building that night
Yeah.
and leave out. Listen, y'all can laugh if y'all want. Listen, people are serious.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready to fight for their retro checks, right? And they're not blaming Hoffa or the E-board down 623. They blaming one of us 3 right here.
Mm-hmm.
They blaming us, not them.
Oh,
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, because they saying Expo, where my check at? They're not saying Hoffa, where my check at. They say Expo, where's my retro check?
Yeah, they've been
you,
asking me.
You said the retro check was going to come between the 10th and the 24th of June.
Right.
Now you tell me July. Right. Expo, where's my check at?
Hey, Expo,
you
check
can't
this
keep
out.
moving it back.
When last week when the union took all the money they owed for the union dues, next question was, okay, Hooker, they got the money that we owe them. Where's the money they owe us?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And how can you answer that? If the union is getting their money,
Right.
and now you want me to wait, extra time to get the money that you owe me?
I never heard this many people really ask about the retro check like it is now.
Yes.
I think more and more people ask, especially new hires. Because some new hires are getting checks that are like a Christmas peak season check, like an income tax refund check.
Exactly.
Because they worked over 1,000 hours.
Right.
They're getting $2 and $3 raises. Just think about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So if you work 1,000 hours, that's $3,000. You're coming home with a check that's like $2,200, $2,250.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Easily.
Right. And they want their money.
And see, the people don't understand the airport versus Oregon Avenue. when we come in at the airport, we got the smoke area. We might have anywhere from 50 to 100 people. And
Right.
if you go out there at break time, right, listen, they eat you alive. I mean, the people want to know about
Everything.
But they really want to know about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the other question, they saying, listen, UPS is getting interest on that money. And they said, Hooker, why am I not getting interest on my money?
Right. $283 million they got. That's what they saying. On interest.
Contact your local congressman and see what you can do about the wage theft law. That's what I'm telling you right now. That's what you got to do.
It's the same.
You got to go to congressman. Because the hall ain't going to do nothing. They've already proven that. They just didn't told you, hey, yeah, it's going to be July now.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going to do anything to undermine the RBT.
Someone told me they got told it was 63 days before they have to pay. I don't know where 63 days came into play, but I can tell you that I know that I think it's 15 days for your regular paycheck, and there could be something in there that talks about 60 days for, like, let's say a special wage settlement or whatever. I think that's what this might fall under, so it could be 60 days. Well past July 1st is past that date. That's all I'm saying.
Man, UPS does what they want to do.
Well,
man.
listen, and I never seen it this bad in our locals.
I'm telling you, I mean, either, man.
Yo, listen, you can't turn. Yo, where my money at? Yo, I got this problem. Yo, I got that problem. I never seen it this bad.
Me
You
neither.
can't walk.
You can't.
And they come up to you and say, you know what I mean? There's nobody around. No accountability. We don't have no BAs. There's nowhere. There's nowhere to be around. You know what I mean?
How many people are newer members asking for the retro check, John? Because they're the ones that are really going to get the big
All of them.
fat check.
Well,
All
most
of them.
most of the newer guys, they happy because they got that $3. Right?
Yeah.
And some of the newer ones still complaining, but they got that $3, right? When
Well,
it should have been $5.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know.
Here's a better question, right? Because I didn't quite understand this one either. If the wages were based on what was published beforehand, right, the $10 and $11, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the minimum wage rose. You all realize this, right?
Right.
It was $10.60 on January 1st, $10.35 before that. Is that $3 going to be on top of that? Because that's what I want to know. Is it separate?
You're probably separate. I would say probably separate.
I know we're getting close to our time, right? So what happened? We can sit here and talk all day. Listen, you got to vote.
Yeah.
You have to vote.
16.
You keep saying vote. The election is 16 weeks away.
16.
You have to vote. Yo, you can't leave the ballot on top of the refrigerator, right? And then you see me in January, Jumbo, can I still vote? It don't work like that.
I'll never forget that. We had, what was it, after the delegate election? I'll never forget it. We think we had a whole thing out there. We had balloons and stuff. We had to tell everybody thank you. She came up, hey, look, I got my ballot right here. I said, hey, sis, it's over. I mean, we won, but it's over. Oh, I didn't know. That can't happen this time. Every vote gonna count. Every vote gonna count.
Everybody's
And
got to
just
vote.
like on a delegate, we got to make sure that we know what Clarence we voting for. We
Right.
voting for Clarence Smart. If we're voting for Clarence Smart, you voting for Clarence Bagby. Listen, Clarence Bagby is with us.
Right.
Clarence Smart is with them. Now, that's the problem we had with delegate. Clarence Smart said that everybody would vote for our Clarence because they thought they would vote for him. But on a serious tip, listen, we need everybody to vote.
Yeah.
We got to vote. You got to vote.
16 weeks.
And Hook asked for a donation. Tell me what the donation you asked for from the retro. 6
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. Now when y'all get now in the first week of July, right? We got it all set up. Your PayPal, Cash App, 623 Lives Matter. We got it all set up. Ain't no funny business. You hit it, bam, it goes right to what we're trying to do, right? Or cash is fine too. Because I had people tonight. They actually gave me cash tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I put it out there. So now when you get the retro check, if everybody gives $6.23, that's all we asking for. You can give more, but the minimum. Now just think if 1,000 people give $6.23. Don't say you don't got it. We know you got it because everybody gonna get a nice check.
Yeah.
$6.23. That's it.
Yeah.
Pay for this.
Small.
It's really
small
small,
amount.
and it goes a long way for the
Lower than your union dues.
Exactly, and you get more for it.
And so now we talking about money. So I got to bring this issue up. Everybody talking about John, with my hoodie, with my T-shirt, at this and that, right? Listen, I want everybody to know we got about 500-600 shirts and hoodies mixed up. They all done. I would have printed 900. Once I get the 900, y'all get your stuff. They keep saying, John, you full of it. You lie. Listen, we got to pay for them.
Right.
The union is not paying for them. We paying for the stuff out of our own pocket. So listen, everything is done. When I get the money, y'all have your stuff.
Hey, don't forget, $6.23. 1,000 people, y'all do the math. That's $6,230. Right? Right. So, y'all make sure. If y'all want to give more, hey, we know, but that's fine too. If we get 2,000 people, hey man, mailers, shirts, ink, paper, little things we gonna do for water, ice, pretzels, everything. But again, 16 weeks, you guys gotta vote. I mean, we can joke up here because we're trying to be a little bit of, we're trying not to be so serious. Because people told me
I need
run
a cause.
Right, it does. It takes money.
Just
It
like
does.
you pay for the cause.
Because last time,
if you want to change,
you
change the leadership.
Right.
You got to donate to change the leadership.
Because last time, we didn't do anything. No fundraising. We didn't ask for anybody for anything. And look how close we got.
Yeah, so Rich asking for $6.23. I take $1. And listen, we're gonna be out there with the TV again.
Yeah.
If everybody want to give $1, I'll take $1.
Yeah.
It gotta be $6.23. You know what I mean?
I'm saying $6.23.
Yeah, it gotta be $6. I'll take $1.
Go with the name.
But we're getting ready to do the raffle again, right? So we need y'all to buy the raffles, right? Listen, because we're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
right?
dollar raffle.
And one thing I want to say, accountability. If we win, accountability. There will be somebody at each hub day and night. All right? That's how it's going to be. We're going to have somebody there on the president, and nobody will be getting fired on the spot as long as we're around. You understand what I'm saying? You just can't fire people. You understand what I'm saying? You have to talk about it first. You understand what I'm saying? And if it's not a cardinal sin, they shouldn't be getting fired, right? Like, with this attendance. Come on now with that. But like I said, accountability, you're going to see us. You're going to see us. You're not going to call and say, Hooker 1, 2, for Espo, press 2, or for Jumbo, press 3. No, when you call, you're going to reach somebody. You're going to reach the office manager, or you're going to reach Espo or Hooker. This is what we're saying. We're going to be there. And like I said, once again, give it 36 months. I don't know about them guys. 36 months, y'all say jump. Y'all ain't doing the job.
We
ain't
out.
running no more.
Right, exactly. Ain't wasting nobody's time. Exactly. We ain't wasting nobody's time. But like we keep saying, we got 16 months. You guys seen the work. You seen the dedication. You seen the effort. Now, we can't worry about whoever and whatever else is running. All we can do is our thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been knocking on doors. I mean, stopping in the middle of the road when I see a package car driver run out, give him a flyer. I'm always getting hit. But that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
I got a question for you. And all you guys travels down at the airport, do drivers get fired for missheeting a package?
I haven't heard. I'm pretty sure they. I know Oakland Avenue they do down there. They get crazy. It's crazy.
I haven't heard that, right? But what happened is Big Brown is trying to get rid of a lot of top senior guys and put the less paying guys out there. I haven't heard of it.
The guy told me the other day that he got fired for missheeting the package, that he tried to verify with the management team, had text messages or whatever. I really find that if the company wants to call this dishonesty, they need to look at their own track record in the lawsuits that were filed for them missheeting packages purposely and instructing drivers to missheet packages. Right? Because when you go and you sheet up a package and you might make a mistake, you need to go in first and correct the guy about what the procedures are to go do. And if the guy continuously does it for some reason or another, then you might be able to say it's dishonest. But you have to go in first, give the guy a chance to correct the missheeted behavior. Because if they came with that this argument, is everybody that missort dishonest? Because I don't know.
Exactly.
Somehow it was an accident.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, I know some of the problems we've been having with the drivers, Espo, is like, all right, you go to the stop, and it's only in 39 pieces, but in the diet it said 40. The full-time super manager telling you to sign for 40, don't do it. Because it's not 40, it's 39. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever you sign on that sheet, that's what it's for. If it's only 39 pieces, you can't sign 40.
I don't
because
sign
what happened is, in the long run, to come back, the manager gonna say, I didn't tell him to sign, do that. So that's what you gotta do. If it's only 39 pieces, that's what it is, 39 pieces. And you put and you report, and when you go back in, you make sure the manager write it up like that, right?
Now,
because what happened, you're on your own.
Hold on real quick. Somebody got this message now. They're saying this, and this is a really good one. They're saying that the union reps are going around telling people that they're going to, if they quit or whatever, they are going to get their money. But a member here who had, I guess her friend was working. She quit, and she called HR, and HR told them that they're not going to get the retro. So which is it?
Call the hall, use UPSers.connect, email David Abney, and say, stop my wage theft now, right? I want my money, and file a complaint. Simple as that.
Yeah, hey, sis, what might need to happen, like you said, call the hall, and call the Department of Labor, and the Department of Labor about wage theft and all that kind of stuff, and I'm pretty sure they're going to take care of it. If you have to, go outside of the union. You know, this is just the bottom line. All right.
All right. So now what happened is that question came up down the hall, and Shanahan said you supposed to get the check, right? So now we had problems down the hub with the same question, right? And people want to fight me, right? I'm like, yo, dude, the manager, full-time superintendent to me. I said, listen, the union said a while back that if you quit, you was going to get your retro check. I said, yo, now Big Brown is saying no. So the hourly want to fight. I said, yo, dude, I'm just telling you.
Right.
Get somebody's number down the hall. Whoever telling you you're going to get your retro check, you get their number and you deal with them. Right. But I'm telling you, Big Brown saying if you quit, you ain't going to get it.
Right, that's what
now
she
you
just
ain't
said.
Going to get it, right? So what happened is, just like a lot of people, because a lot of people saying, Jump, I got a new job, I'm leaving, am I going to get my retro check? I said, they telling me no. Well, the union, I said, listen, call down union hall.
Right. If
you talk to Shanahan, you write his number down. Now, when you don't get your check, go tell Shanahan to get you money. Just like with grievances and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm not going to tell y'all, yeah, you're supposed to get this or that, because I can't pay you.
Right.
All I can tell you is, Hooker told you were going to get $6, go write Hooker number down.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. But I'm telling you, like I said, Big Brown was saying, listen, if you leave.
Well, guys, 16 weeks. 16 weeks. Y'all guys got to make a decision on what y'all going to do. 16, that's all it is. We can come on this show every week. We can be at the gates every day. We can give you our flyers, give you our cards, give you shirts, hoodies, whatever else. But if you guys don't vote, it's not going to mean anything. Now, earlier, like last night, right? There was during the negotiations, it was about 20 drivers from Oregon Avenue that put me in this group. We was talking about negotiations, right? And what was going on, right? So I texted them all last night. I say, listen, some of you guys I know, some of you guys I don't know. But I do know one thing is you guys vote. Now, look, we got 16 weeks to get these guys out, right? Now, one of them came back and said, thank you for thinking about us. We're going to see, man. We're going to see what they're going to do.
Well, I was at Olive Garden last Saturday, and it was 22 trees out there, right? And one of them, I picked the check up, but something happened, and I didn't have to pick the check up. They gave him dinner for free, right? But what happened is, he's saying, Jump, look, Jump. I said, we got a lot of problems. They said, Jump, I'm with y'all. He said, I'm with y'all, Jump. He said, listen, see what y'all do. If y'all don't do the right thing, 36 months, I'm going to run, right? So what happened is, I mean, this is a brother, right, that, you know what I mean? He's fully with them.
Yeah, I know.
But he's unhappy.
Yeah.
He's saying there's no accountability with them, right? And then what's your man name? Pizzazz, the driver you owe the shirt to.
Pappas?
Pappas. And Pappas stopped me. He said, Jump, I'm not voting for y'all. I said, Pappas, I don't care if you don't vote for it. Pappas, as long as you talk to me every day, I don't care. He said, Jump, I'm not voting for y'all. But he didn't, long time ago, he didn't talk to us.
Yeah, right.
I don't care if you don't vote for us. Yo, I don't care if you don't vote for us. I want you to vote for us, right? But if you ain't voting for me, as long as you say hello, I can live with that. Yo, listen. And every time he said it, I laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I saw him the other night.
Yeah.
Just for everybody's information, the Philadelphia District Office for Wage Collection Complaints is 110 North A Street, Suite 203, Philadelphia, PA 19130. Telephone number 215-560-1858.
Send that to me. I'll put it up on our page.
Yeah, now he gave y'all the information. Now, if y'all don't get the checks, y'all got to do the legwork. I mean, we're willing to help you, but you got to do the legwork.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't get your check, and the union won't help you, he gave you the information. We can try and help you a little bit, but y'all got to do the legwork.
Yeah, they're going to
it's
have
your
to call.
check.
Right. They're going to have to call.
They hoping that y'all don't do the work.
Right. Just like they're hoping that y'all don't vote. In 16 weeks, they are hoping that you guys don't vote because they know if people don't vote, they stay in office. Yeah. They stay in office, just at the bottom line. Now,
Oh, the other thing. Now, so what happened is, I didn't know that a couple of the Clemson parks that they ran out of food. And you know what? That's sad. When you have an event for family members and their kids, there's no way in the world you're supposed to run out of food. You say what you want to say. They ran out of food, right? But now, when they go to Vegas, their room paid for, they got their per diem, they eat, all right? They keep buying these brand new cars. How can you run out of food when you're having something for the members? Right. Just tell me. Somebody call up and tell me, right? How can you run out of food? Right. How can you run out of food?
I don't know.
Right? And not only that, somebody was saying that Christmas party, Yaldos, we tired of it. And I know one year, the one brother said, yes, my wife said the eggs wasn't, he said his wife said the eggs wasn't done, the food wasn't good, nothing like that, right? The members said they tired of Yaldos, right? Mm-hmm. And they keep going there, right? $2, $3 more, you can go around the corner and sheet metal. You understand what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you're not supposed to spend $2, $3 more for a plate to go around the corner and have a nice facility, right? But you want to buy a brand new car. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
What y'all got? We got about 2 minutes left. What y'all closing remarks? What we got?
Everybody needs to vote. We need to talk up the reasons why you want change, what those reasons are, why you feel as though these candidates in office now don't deserve a shot. Don't get me wrong. I've seen people do their job, and you gotta go after them to do their job. You know what I mean? But it's really about having the staffing to go battle UPS.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about being adversarial with them. It's about the management team looking for their check, and then you have to go file a complaint, and then they look at you like you're some kind of jerk, which you're not. You're just trying to go and get the problem rectified.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying to understand that situation. A lot of people are afraid to file grievances.
Yeah.
You know that, Joe?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
They're afraid to get retaliated
Exactly.
against. Guys, that's not at work. Listen, they listen to what I say, right? But they know if I say something, they're going to cut my hours. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. You know what I mean? And what will the hall do?
Nothing. That's why the culture needs to change.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened when you don't have any backup from down the hall. Right. That's just what happened. Like I said, listen, call the hall, make sure they got their phone number, make sure they got the correct address, vote. Don't leave your ballot on top of the refrigerator.
All right, good people. Now, I'm going to close it out, and I want to say this. We're going to be at the gates. We're going to be collecting phone numbers and signatures. We're going to be calling you guys. We make sure you guys know it's time to vote. We're going to do it early. I already got the building. We're going to be phone banking. I got it all set up. And, we really got a lot of ideas we want you guys to be a part of. But the only way, you guys got to vote. Father's Day, we're going to do our second annual water, ice, and pretzel giveaway on Father's Day weekend like we did last year for the contract. But we're going to do this time for the for election. Again, 16 weeks. That's all we got. You can't say you don't know. And we really want to turn this out like we did for the bylaw amendment. The same way you guys showed up for that, we need you guys to show up for this election. That's the only way we're going to get change. Don't complain. Vote. Don't be upset. Vote. Bottom line. All right, we're going to get out of here. We love you guys. That's why we do this show, because we care. We're committed. We're passionate, and we have compassion for our people. All right, we love you guys. Peace out. 623 Lives Matter. Don't forget, you listen to WOM 92.9 South Philly Community Radio. All right, don't forget. See y'all next week. We love you guys. Don't forget to vote.
We all?
Yep.
On the face, on Facebook.